Meh, new truck. What could go wrong? Let's go.
So here it is, my camp kitchen. I'll stand right here. I'll be able to, I have a little cutting board I'll put right here. I have running water. So how wicked is that? This thing's really cool. It's got a switch built in. So you can hear it click and it turns on the water. And that's all wired back to the battery compartment that I'll show you here in a minute. This is just a collapsible sink. And this faucet was a RV sink that just folds down and it goes a bunch of different ways. So it made it really easy for me to slide the whole thing in. Moving downstream here. This is my camp stove, obviously, a good old Coleman. So we got a false top here. This slides in right here. I also have a removable divider there. And this just sits on top, recessed in. This goes in here. That folds down there. So I really, really like that a lot. These right here, you'll see here, this is a 500-pound locking hinge. Pulls out really nice and locks so it doesn't go back in. This one right here is a 300 or 250, I can't remember. It has two handles that lock as well. This way I don't need to have any type of support down below, but ultimately serves my needs quite well because I'll be able to cook here, chop here, wash up here. And then when I'm ready to go, it all just folds in on itself. Push that in, you hear it lock. I did Velcro around here just because it was a little difficult for me to figure out what I wanted to do for the faceplate, but there's that. Also back here, you know, not part of the build, but I may end up doing another roto packs and putting it here, but I just slide this in here. That'll be some extra fresh water. So with that, let's go into the cab itself. So I carpeted this. You'll notice these right here. These are just little tag lights that you'd see on your vehicle for your license plates tag. Wired those up. I have 4 of those wired down to this switch down here. Hopefully you can see it. It also has a voltage meter right there. So when I turn those on, those tag lights will go on. I have 4 of them. These other lights, this will be an interior green light for inside of this. I'll show you some of the compartments. And this will be an outside blue light, just so I don't annoy other campers. I also have an inverter inside the battery compartment. Inverter connects here. I have 2 110 volts, so I can plug in laptops or whatever and charge it. And then 3 2-amp USBs. This actually has a voltage meter on it as well. And inside of here is more USBs. So this is measuring the voltage of my lithium battery in the battery compartment. Right ahead of you is just a Rotopax. This is a really cool company. This is like 2.5 gallons of gas just in case I run out. Up above here is just my cooler. So my cooler's recessed into this back box here. Moving forward, we'll just go to the easiest stuff first. This is just another hatch with storage. Now, this brings us to my running water that you saw right there. This is the jug that I'll use. I actually have a bungee cord that will go around it. Inside of here is just a pump. So if I open this up, it's an inline pump. Pull it out here. Not that expensive. I got it on Amazon, and it runs out and into the box to the sink. And of course, that's the power. So I'll keep this separate from my battery box. Now, I am no electrician. I do dabble quite a bit with low voltage. Never really mess with 12 voltage that much, but concepts are the same. And inside this is my battery compartment. So inside the battery compartment, you'll see here is my lithium ion. That's a 30 amp hour lithium ion, serves my needs well. I have a power distribution block. Obviously everything on there is fused out. This is my inverter. As you guys know, who've seen my channel, I really like Victron stuff. So this is a Victron inverter. I can turn on, off. One of the cool things about this also has an eco mode, so it draws very little when it is on. Now, one of the nerd things I'm going to do is I'm going to use a Raspberry Pi Pico, and I'm actually going to be able to terminate this so that it has no draw, and I'll do that via a Raspberry Pi Pico with a Bluetooth module, and then I'll write a Bluetooth app for a phone, and I'll be able to control some of this through the phone. On top of here is a Renogy solar controller, and this has some leads that go up to the solar panel. I'll show you that in a minute. So yes, I do have solar. Over here on this side, opposite of the inverter, down below here obviously is the plugs that I mentioned, and then the switches that turn on the lights here. And then here is the solar controller that we already covered, but I'll show you how that all links up. So if I take these panels, leads, and I can hook them in up here. So eventually this, when I get my truck camper, I'm getting a GoFast, produced here in Montana. Yeah, shout out to GoFast. But this way I can mount this or move it around, and it's kind of out of the way here. But you can see here I'm getting 20.7, that's probably upside down for you, but up top here, I just have this laid out. You can see it's just a suitcase type solar panel that I will eventually either move around. I like to have things mobile on a solar panel, or I will attach it to the roof. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the actual build itself. I have some things left to do. I'm gonna polyurethane a little bit more in here. I might have these lead out to the back and then up, so that way I could, you know, effectively close it a little bit more, maybe shorten these wires or make an extension. I have some other lights that I want to put in, but you'll see here, you know, I really like this switch because it has the voltage. So not only can I check it from here, I can always check it from outside as well to make sure it's pushing in enough voltage from the solar panel. But overall, really fun project. I enjoyed it, and we'll slide it out one more time just because it is so cool. Pretty simple. First one, second one. Super amped. I'm ready to go camp. Till next time, I'm Hill Phantom. Let's go.